What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Tom Trips Out, and in this episode we're talking about 4 mistakes people make when they're packing for Cambodia. My name's Tom, this is my trip out.
Well, hey everybody, come along with me. Take a trip to a place to find without see. Meet people, live foods, see the joy they bring, and how much it costs to try new things. Well, come and watch me on the trip out. My name's Tom, this is my trip out.
So when I first came to Cambodia, I thought I packed light until I realized I was dragging around half my closet with me and using only maybe 3 shirts. In this video, I'm going to show you the biggest packing mistakes travelers make. Everything from clothing to toiletries to weather prep to the tech stuff you actually need to bring. And this way you can save money, pack smarter, and actually enjoy your trip. So this is the Cambodia night market, but it's open during the day as well. This will be a good place to talk about our first topic, clothing. Most travelers bring way too many clothes. It's by far the biggest packing mistake. Whenever you see new people arriving here, or when I'm in the airport myself, all I see are people with big suitcases or checked bags and multiple suitcases. And it just reminds me of myself when I came. A lot of the flights in Asia are very cheap and you can find very great deals, but the moment you start to add in checked bags and extra big luggage, the fees can sometimes almost double the fare because you have 2 big suitcases you got to check in, and that's not part of the promotion. It's better to pack like extremely light, just your bare essentials. And then if you're worried that it's not enough, or you need to add to that, you can add to what you have once you get here. And that's better because clothing and everything is cheaper here, and also you'll have lived here for a few weeks. You'll realize your day-to-day routine and what you wear, what you don't wear, and that way you're not bringing all this extra stuff that you might need and you never ever use and paying extra fees to carry it around. So this is a place you could come if you arrived with very minimal things and then you realize, hey, I need maybe a hoodie and a pair of jeans. Like you could add the few things that you're missing once you get here. And clothing is so cheap, like t-shirts would be $4 and so on and so on. Often too, it's a lot easier to find the type of clothing that's good for hot weather here. You can find the real like thin material and sweat wicking, like activewear stuff like this one here, Nike, and that's the thing, you can get brand stuff and it might be fake, but at least it looks like brand name. Cambodia's culture here is very traditional and modest and a little bit conservative, so it might be good to even just have one article of clothing that is a little bit more presentable and covers your shoulders and your knees. So if you visit a temple or a religious site, you need to wear clothing like that. You can't go topless or like a tank top. You have to be more respectful and cover. But usually right next to these sites they sell that for tourists, so even if you don't bring it you can buy it, but it might be good to have like one set on hand in case you haven't bought it here yet. You know what I mean? You could at least first thing visit somewhere, and it's not going to be like, oh no, all I have are tank tops and booty shorts. It'd be nice to have one presentable outfit. Packing light, it also gives you much more freedom when you're arriving at a train station or out of an airport, or like while you're traveling and you have all these things to lug around, versus one big pack on your back, and you're way more mobile and you blend in easier, instead of you're the guy with a giant bag and then in each hand you're dragging a suitcase that's making a lot of noise rolling on the ground and full of sweaters and pairs of jeans that you'll never ever wear here, and you should have just left it at home. Okay, so the second topic that people make mistakes on when they're packing is toiletries, all the toiletry stuff. And I'm actually walking up to a store right now so we can pop in and I can show you the kind of selection that's available here. I'll show you don't need to bring your entire medicine cabinet from home. It's unnecessary. Let's get in that store and I'll show you specifically. Facial cleansing, acne, moisturizers, oral care, mouthwash, shampoos. There's even Pantene, Head and One thing you need to watch out for though is a lot of the lotions and moisturizers here, they have whitening in it because they want to whiten their skin, and Westerners, we don't want that. It's like putting bleach in your products. They label it clearly, so you just avoid the ones that say whitening or they say bright. Radiance, brightening and whitening. Here's another one. Whitening berry. Firming and whitening. One thing they say that could be good to bring from home is sunscreen or deodorant, because those things can be pricey here, especially if you have a certain brand or standard you need to be at. When they import those things here, it becomes a lot. Like, let's see. So here's a Nivea one sunscreen. This little one is about $9, right? I don't know what you would pay for this back home, but it's probably twice the price. So you can see there's a big selection here, many shelves, but if you have a really specific shampoo or product that you always use or you like, it might be smart to bring a small supply, especially if you're just visiting. You can even have the Google Translate app and hold up your phone to things if it's not in English, and it'll translate it in real time for you. So that was like an express grocery store I was just in. There's also 7-Elevens here, and they have a section of all kinds of toiletry stuff, and it's good if you're only just visiting for a week, because it's 7-Eleven and it's very small sizes. Like you can get a deodorant that's just the size of a little salt shaker, and so on and so on. They have really small single person sizes of all that stuff. So there's no point in weighing down all your baggage and carrying that across all your travels when it's already hard enough, and paying extra fees to have more bags. A lot of that you can just get here for a lot less. All right, so the third type of mistake people make, or something you've got to remember to think about when you're packing, is the weather and the type of seasons they have here. There's a hot season and a rain season, or wet season. The hot season is November to May, and so we're just entering into the high season now. We also call it high season because that's when more people visit here. And from the end of May till about the end of October is the wet season, where it rains every single day pretty much. But not all day long, but it'll rain for like 2 or 3 hours every day. In Phnom Penh, it was always in the afternoon around 5 p.m. And in Kampot, there's more rain almost all the time. It could be at any time. These are the weather conditions you're packing for. So it's never cold. It's either hot or raining a lot. You need thin clothes, lightweight, breathable. You don't need heavy pants or heavy jackets, nothing like that. And you'll need, one raincoat, one thin raincoat, maybe like a windbreaker with a hood. I bought this at 7-Eleven. It's like a plastic bag with a hood on it, like a plastic poncho. And you see a lot of the delivery guys wear that too. And it goes down far. It goes down to like almost my ankles. So it almost keeps your legs dry too. I've seen people that carry those like big packs on their back and they look like a backpacker pack. Make sure it has a rain cover that can go over it. I've seen that before, where it probably comes with the backpack. All of a sudden you're somewhere and rain comes out of nowhere. You can just and you pull that sleeve and that cover over your whole backpack to make it waterproof, because really hard, heavy rain can just come all of a sudden here. Things you're more particular about, you might want to bring 1 or 2 of those, especially if they're lightweight and don't take up much room, and then you can justify bringing that. But do not bring long sleeve, heavy clothing, because you'll never even touch it. So the final category I'm going to go over is tech and electronics type things that you need to think about bringing or not bringing. If you plan to buy big brand name tech, like a brand new laptop or phone or a camera, it's better to buy that stuff actually in your home country before you come here for brand new merchandise. In Cambodia, those things can be a lot harder to find or more limited selection, and it'll be more expensive to have to bring it in here. However, if you're looking for used stuff, there's many stores and a big market here for refurbished and used. Bring a good power bank, charging cables, and extra cords for long days traveling, or if you're out exploring and you're not going to be near a socket like halfway through the day. It's really great to have power banks on hand and all the cables that you need. If you're doing photography or videos, it's good to maybe bring a few extra SD cards. There's not going to be any like camera shop close by, and you'd have to wait till later when you're in a downtown Phnom Penh and find a camera shop and then find the ones you exactly need and hope they have it, and then it'll probably be a inflated price. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. And until next time, remember, how you spend your days is the way you spend your life. It's never too late to start tripping out.
Life is tall.